That's a nice fish. Can't believe the size of that injury. It's like an otter's had a go at it or something. It's taking drag. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Adventure Fishing UK. It's not your average video today because I'm doing something I've not done for quite a long time, and that is dead baiting. Normally I like to lure fish for pike, but I thought, you know what, let's just mix it up. A couple of people have been in the comments asking me to do a bit of dead baiting, so if the people ask, then that's what the people are going to get. So I'm here, one of my favourite places where I know a lot of big fish came out last season for me and a few of my friends. But yeah, there wasn't any really big ones, like no 20s or anything, but fingers crossed that there might be one today. I mean, it's wishful thinking, but when you're dead baiting especially, you're always hoping for that PB, aren't you? Because you can just sit and you can wait, and there's that extra sense of anticipation. You're off the tucks away here, aren't I? This does feel like a big fish. What's this? Thought I was snagged at first. So we have our two setups down there. On the right we have the rigged and ready Predator rod, and it's 20 to 80 grams, stronger configuration. This is quite a short but strong rod, ideal for sort of lightweight dead baiting as well as lure fishing. And on the left we've got the Smuggler S Max by Rigged and Ready, and again in its slightly shorter, more powerful configuration. Got the float rigs on both. I'll show you what bait we're going to be using in a minute. Really excited for this today. The classic bait box frozen mackerel. Hopefully this is going to work a treat today. Pike love mackerel, don't they? There's just something about them. They're just so oily. So here we have our smaller bait number one, all set up and ready to go. And then we have our bigger bait number two. I always put those little holes in just to sort of help get a bit more scent in the water, because you never know when that might make a difference. And we have bait number one getting sent over to the right. And then we have bait number two just getting sent straight forward, I think. Just up there. Perfect. Now we wait. As much as I do love lure fishing, there is something quite interesting and exciting about just being sat waiting for that float to start going under. I'm on. That's a big fish, that, I think. The float just went as I was doing a bit of filming. Let's keep that away from my other float. Not seen this fish yet, but it feels like a big one. This does feel like a big fish. What's this? Thought I was snagged at first. Oof. That's a nice one, that. That is a nice fish. That's a really nice pike. We've not been going long at all here. Let's get this fish in and let's get this fish dealt with. It looks like a double to me. And we've got it, come on. So here you go, ladies and gents. That is a lovely pike, probably a double. Not gonna get a weight on this one because it's no PB or anything, but that's quite a long fish, isn't it? I've only been fishing about 15 minutes. Outstanding result. Let's get this fish back. Well, I tell you what, that wasn't the biggest pike I've ever caught, but it definitely was so far from being the smallest. That was a nice fish. If you are enjoying this video so far, you know where that subscribe button is. Really appreciate everyone who clicks that. Really helps the channel. Now let's get back to watching these floats. Now look at this for a little setup. Rain's not bothering me today, that's for sure. Just gonna get this first little bait back out into the water. Might just slightly deepen where it was sat actually. There we go. Give it a bit of extra depth. And time for the second rod to get back out there. So in case you hadn't realised, that fish was on the left rod, which is the Smuggler S Max from Rigged and Ready. You can actually get 10% off anything on the Rigged and Ready website using discount code AFUK10 at checkout. That includes travel rods, line, unhooking mat, all sorts really. So I'll leave a link in the description for anyone that's interested. I just had a knock then on my float. Definite knock. Oof, the nerves, the adrenaline is too much for me. Just had a few winds just to make sure there's nothing just there, just gulping it down right beneath the float. But we're all good. Didn't have time to turn the GoPro on, but I've just hooked a fish. Another pike it looks like. Well, what else is it gonna be? Another nice pike. Oh, it's having a bit of a run, this one. Oh, it's off! It's off! Oh no! I think that was because my drag was a bit too loose when I set the hook. Oh, that's upsetting. At least I've still got my bait. Oh, that is so upsetting. I thought that when I set the hook on the first one as well. I thought that when I set the hook on the first one that it was a bit loose. That's a lesson learned. Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit gutted about that. I could have just missed my only other chance at a nice fish today. I mean, surely there must be a limit to how many big fish there are in this one marina. And that's two of them not biting again today. That one actually took drag. The one before didn't take drag, so I'd say that one could have been a bit bigger. Still wasn't a massive fish, maybe 10 to 12 pounds, somewhere around that mark. But it makes you wonder, have I just missed my chance for the rest of the day or not, and will I get another chance? It's always worse when it's your fault as well. I knew I should have tightened that drag, and it would have just meant that I didn't get quite as good of a hook set as I would have done had it been tight, which is unfortunate, but it's all part of fishing. Everyone makes mistakes. Just bringing these in because there's a boat coming in. Just get these lines in and let it through. It's always nice watching people operate the old canal boat, isn't it? Looks like quite a tricky job parking one of those bad boys actually. Such a long vehicle if you think about it. Just waiting for this water to settle after the boats come through, and it is wrap time. Ham and cheese wrap from Co-op. There's a kingfisher over there on that boat. Look at that. Try not to let it distract me too much from my floats, but aren't they just an amazing bird? Having my first few casts after this boat's just gone by, and I have seen a few fish moving just in these shallows, so I thought I'd get one set up literally just off the front in case there's some fish getting chased around in there. Oh, I just had a proper knock then on this head. That's a fish on the smaller rod. Doesn't feel like as big of a fish, but we had just the head on this one. Whoa, what's that? That fish has got a mad injury on it. That's a nice one, that. That's a nice fish. Can't believe the size of that injury. It's like an otter's had a go at it or something. It's taking drag. Or a propeller. Oh, as if we're in again. Can't believe that injury. I've never seen that in my life. Right, time to get this net. Whoa, this is a heavier fish. This is a heavier fish. Whoa, look at that. This fish is about 11 pound, I think. I don't know what's happened to it, but it looks pretty mangled. What a fish. Let's get this one back. Come on. Well, I don't know what's happened there with that fish, but I am over the moon to be catching one like that. So pleased. Such a good result, just coming out for a few hours on the canal. Don't know what had happened to that fish though. I'm thinking it hadn't just happened because it wasn't bleeding or anything. I'm thinking maybe over the last few weeks, maybe an otter's had hold of it because it was missing half its tail. Maybe a boat propeller because the boats are always coming in and out of here, or maybe someone's line. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have you ever seen a pike like that before? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get back to some fishing. Just got this rod rebaited, another mackerel head. This is why I absolutely love mackerel as a pike bait. Just started tipping it down with rain. Hopefully that brings some bites on. It's not going to bother me too much though, here on my iron throne under this umbrella. Oh no, here comes trouble. It's looking like there's a fairly intimidating rain cloud coming over, so I think that's me calling it for the day. Well, unfortunately I've fished on and fished on. All the action was in about the space of 2 hours, and then for the next 2 or 3 hours, not a sniff. It has been so quiet, so I think I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and joining us again on Adventure Fishing UK for the next video. I'll catch you down the road. Hit that like button!